Let me go back to T.O. really quickly, because he was the subject of a lot of conversation here over the summer. What conversations have you had with him about why he chose to do what he did with the Hall of Fame this summer?
I've talked with T.O. continuously, throughout the year, so we all understand why he did what he did. He felt he wasn't welcomed or welcomed in the Hall of Fame the way he should have been. The numbers speak for themselves. I think the voters that do the voting, they felt a certain way about him personally, which has nothing to do with getting into the Hall of Fame. If not my mistake, it's about accolades and what you've done in between the lines, not your personality, not your character, not any personal vendettas that people may have with you. So with him understanding that and him having to wait, to get in, he took it upon himself to have his own ceremony, and I respect him for it. And regardless to where he did it, he could have did that at Starbucks. I was going to support him regardless.
Yeah, Jalen, we talked about this a lot. I get it. I totally get it. And I thought it was ridiculous he didn't get in the first try.
Right.
You just saw the numbers. He was an all-time great player. But the people that he was mad at are not really the people that he got back at here. That's the part of this I've never understood.
But the point he was trying to make is he wasn't in because of his performance. We just acknowledged that he wasn't in because people were assassinating his character. And each time he didn't get in, it made more of a character conversation than a productivity conversation.
All right, let me ask you about another of Jalen's favorites, and that's Le'Veon Bell. Sometimes I think he's Le'Veon's agent. But we heard Marquise Pouncey earlier saying it'll make no difference. He'll come in once he reports and he'll be fine. Give me a sense. He's a running back. Does he have to be there to practice tomorrow to be effective on Sunday?
No, he doesn't. Not at all. Not with the skill set that he has. Definitely not. He's been playing the game for an extremely long time, and he can come in and get it done.
How about other players' reaction to this? Again, he's not holding out to try and get a long-term extension. He's holding out because he's aggravated, right, that they didn't get a deal done. And it's another one, much like the Terrell Owens situation, where I will say, I get it. Do I think they should have given him a long-term deal? Yeah, they probably should have.
Hey, there's nothing to play around with. The numbers speak for themselves. You know what he gives you on Sunday. Why even play this game with him?
I'm in total agreement with you, but it didn't happen. So at this point, they can't give him another deal. He's just holding out now, at this point, basically out of spite. They can't give him a bigger deal if they want to.
Why not?
But they're not allowed. The rules are what the rules are. I didn't make up the rules. By a certain date, if they didn't have a new contract in place, they can't do it. They can't do it until after the season.
Well, I never heard that before.
Yeah, because of the franchise tag.
Yeah, he's on the franchise. If they didn't get a deal done, the date was sometime in July.
Yeah, the date passed.
If they didn't have a deal done, that's it. It was July 16th.
It was something collectively bargained.
At this point, he's just
so
mad.
If he's not in now, what are the chances he sits out the whole season?
You tell me. He's going to lose $840,000 every game that he misses.
All of his money. He's going to be forced to play this year because obviously he's really good at
so that means ownership purposely waited until the deadline passed instead of getting a deal done, knowing what the value he brings you.
But
they just didn't get a deal done. Right. I mean, the bottom line of it is they tried, however hard they tried to get a deal done. I wasn't in that room.
I got something for you. What about a guy like Le'Veon, who not only in fantasy we've seen how productive he is, but he's an all-pro. Okay, not just a Pro Bowler. What do you think about the fact, based on the level of productivity he still has, that this may be his final season in Pittsburgh?
Well, that would be Pittsburgh's fault, because Le'Veon does what he's supposed to do once he touches the field, not only as a running back, but as an effective wide receiver as well. There are only maybe one or two players like that can play, that put that type of dynamic in their offense from the running back position and wide receiver as well.
The bottom line is, though, these guys take a million hits, and as they get older, teams just sort of move on from them. That's the reality of the NFL.
There's a difference, though.
Yeah.
You don't just move on from Le'Veon Bell. That type of running back and receiver comes around every so often. There's a difference.